Now, this game we've been talking about playing for ages, but
Couple of months now,
we've
hasn't
never
it?
had a chance because there's always been other people playing at the club and stuff like that that needed some help. So we've been waiting to play this game for a while. So I'm expecting to get absolutely mint. So we will see how things go, I guess. Right. So
we haven't even placed our fighters yet.
We have drawn our cards, and you got rid of all of your stuff,
Yeah,
didn't you? And redrew.
I did.
I got rid of my objectives because I had no surges. I don't know whether what I picked up is going to be much better.
It's up.
There you go. I won't look.
Three.
So I'll show you the cards off, and then we will roll off for round one. As I say, if you've got any questions about the game in general, the game we're playing right now, anything that's going on in the game, feel free to shout them out. I'm not going to take as much.
I don't know what any of your cards are anyway, so...
Well, that is part of the problem these days with all the new rival cards and stuff. It's like, oh, you've got that card. I have no idea what that means.
Bring stuff back and put it on objectives.
Right, so time to roll for fighters. I get a crit and a double.
Oh, I didn't put the card. Sorry.
Come on, Robin.
Sorry.
Crit and a
Crit
single.
Single, you win.
You can place first.
Okay, what do I do? One sepulchral guard's going to go there. Put petitioner.
Tractor up front.
Another
Martin's
petitioner.
in. Hello, howdy.
Triala.
Another petitioner there.
Retaria.
Right, so the harvester's going to go there.
Calexis.
And the prince dust, got any dust?
Grisel.
And the champion's going to go here, and then the warden obviously right at the back there. So I need a crit now on this roll, or else it's all over you. Oh, double crit and double. Right. Oh, signal again. Oh no.
Okay, I'm going to let you go first.
Oh no. Right. Okay. So my first go then. I guess I'm going to move people with the warden. It's a shocking left field.
No surprises there.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to move
I've
some
got
people.
mine as well.
I'm going to move the champion there.
Ooh.
I'm going to move this doodle there.
Okay.
I'm going to play Inexhaustible Warriors, which is a +1 move to all friendly fighters that persists till the end of the round.
Alright, I'm going to play Spinning Flourish.
Oh dear. What's that one do?
Gives me scything.
Oh god. Oh. Okay. I PSP.
I also pass.
All right.
So, into my first, I'm going to charge with Traxia.
I never saw this coming.
1, 2, 3, 4, and charge your 3 guys.
Oh dear, oh dear.
So this is 3 hammers, 1 damage.
Oh, dear.
I'm going to go for this guy
Just
first.
crawling out the ground first. I get single and double assists.
Crit.
So I need a crit. Come on! No. How much damage?
1 damage,
Okay.
and I will push you back.
Where would you like to push them to?
Let's go here.
Feel free to...
Actually, no, I'll go here because
Okay.
I can't push. I'm also going to play. I'm
Ooh.
going to play a reaction after a friendly fighter's successful attack action. Pick one, heal to, or inspire that fighter.
Oh, nice.
Now, does that inspire right now, or does it inspire in the next inspire step?
It's in the inspire step.
Cool, that's fine.
So, unfortunately, it doesn't allow you to get inspired attacks on the next 2.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Yeah.
Next,
Not
I'll go
for me.
for Prince of Dust.
Prince of Dust. So 3 hammers, 1 damage still.
Crit.
Right, come on, dice. No! So that's a wound to the Prince of Dust.
And I will push you here.
Yeah.
And final attack. Crit.
Another crit. 3 dice and 3 crits.
If you roll enough dice.
Oh!
Nice! Okay, so I will push you back though.
Yep.
To here.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
That was 3.
And I'm going to start something to go on. I've scored something. Of course, immediately after an opponent's activation, if your warband holds 2 or more objectives and one of those is in enemy territory for 2 glory!
Oh, wow. Nice.
Undying Watchman.
Shows how much I know your deck.
To be fair, I think in that situation...
I'm doing that anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've been thinking about doing that for the last 45 minutes.
I kind of hadn't thought about the fact that you might have lots of... scything. So I need to pick up a new objective. Your fight is inspired as well.
Yes.
Yep, I will. It's over to you. If you
no cards.
want to do. No cards, okay. I'm going to put the Petitioner's Oath onto this bloke here on number 5, Mr. Dramatic Poet. No, he's Mr. Fur Coat. Petitioner's Oath, which is a reaction which I use after this fight is taken out of action. I can basically put him straight back onto the board again.
Cool.
And then I break the card. So my second go, and I'm going to use the Warden. And this time I'm going to shove him back onto there. I'm going to shove the Prince-a-Doodle to there. In fact, I'm not going to shove him because he was there, wasn't he? I'm not going to shove him. I'm going to shove the Harvester up. In fact, I can move 3. So 1, 2, 3 to there. There was Prince. Prince was there and Harvester was there.
How come the Harvester can move
In
3?
fact, I'm going to do that. Well, they can all move 3 because I've got inexhaustible warriors.
Ah, of course.
So I get +1 move. So I'm going to actually move him like that. I don't know why he's got charge.
Yeah, cool.
And move. And then in the power step, I'm going to play No End to Our Duty. Choose a friendly fighter with 1 or more move tokens, and they may make a move action. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Onto there.
Okay.
Over to you.
No cards from me?
So I'm going to flip this one in the power step.
Okay.
So he is now staggered.
Staggered.
And then it's over to you.
Again, no cards.
Over to you then. You're for round 2.
Okay, I'm going to charge.
Almost as inevitable as my double moves.
I'm going to charge here with Retaria
Victoria.
and attack
It's an
your
Harvester.
lovely Harvester.
One of those.
2 hammers, 2 damage. 1 hammer.
It's a hammer. Right, so Harvester only rolls dodges. Doesn't get none.
That is 2 damage.
Ow.
Staggered. And I am going to push you to here.
As well.
Is that further away?
Which one?
This guy.
No, it's got to be either side of your boss.
I don't actually want to push you onto my boss, but I will anyway. What I will do is score Storm of Blades, because that was my 4th
Oh dear.
attack.
Yes.
Retaria Inspires, because she staggered someone.
Yeah. Excellent. Never happens when I play any of these lot.
Yeah, why not? I'm going to put Blood Sigil onto Griselle, which is
Ooh.
damage reduction.
I have nothing I want to do at this moment in time, so I passed that pass.
Yep.
My 3rd go. Reaching for the move counters again, because I'm moving some bodies around. I'm going to go 1, 2 onto there. Well, I think I'm just going to move him back onto there 1. And in the power step, I'm going to flip this one. That staggers Le Champignon. And then it's over to you if you've got anything.
No cards.
Okay. Then I also power step past.
Okay. Guess what's happening now?
You're going to go on guard.
I'm going to go on guard. I'm going to charge with Threala
Yeah.
to here.
He's the guy, if you kill him,
Yes.
he does come back automatically.
Yes.
Okay.
First attack.
Here we go. First.
3 swords.
Oh, God.
1 sword.
Sword, okay. So this is to poor old Inevitable Petitioner, or the Mr. Dramatic Fairy Coat. Nope, didn't get
Okay,
that.
so 1 damage. I'm going to score a card from that, but not yet. I think I'm going to drive you back now instead of go for the follow-up attack.
Okay.
So I'm going to pop you here,
Cheeky.
because I would rather you not be on there. So I'm going to score Gale Force, which is my 3rd.
Okay. My 4th and final go.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to move people, obviously. I think that was a given. It was just a case of who. I'm going to move them back onto there. And this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there.
Ah.
And then in the power step, I am going to flippity flip. That's me done. Power step, I am not going to play anything. So it's your go.
I think I'm probably going to put Croyplash onto, or however you're supposed to say it.
Criplash! Onto Griselle, the scary...
The scariest
nasty
one. I think what I'm going to do is, it's all just where am I going to charge.
Who do I attack, basically?
Who do I attack?
Yeah.
I'm going to go here.
Yep.
I'm going to attack this one first.
Okay.
This guy is the Zealous Petitioner, is that right?
He is the Zealous Petitioner. He's got nothing going on for him whatsoever in life.
Not a huge amount going on for him.
No.
So
What's
I'm going to
going on?
roll with 3 swords
I'm not
and single assists.
Oh dear. He's not got a lot going on in his life. Oh.
That's a crit.
Oh, the crit count continues to rocket.
She's going to inspire.
No.
So that is 3 damage.
He did. So you get glory for that one?
I'm going to inspire her because her follow-up attack, I get a glory.
Is the follow-up a reaction?
The follow-up is a reaction after this fighter's attack action with combo. So 2 swords with ensnare and a reroll because of stagger.
Okay.
Reroll. Oh!
That was clutch.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will become apparent in a moment.
Hold all, hold 5.
So, for people wondering why I was flipping objectives over, it's because I've got a little card called Complete Harmony, which I score if I hold each objective, which there are now only 2 because I flipped 3 of them over, and I was going to flip 1 over, but I forgot he was staggered. Or the value of them adds up to 15 precisely, but as I hold 2 of them, I score 5 glory.
5!
Sorry about that.
Cool, nice.
I picked that up after I redrew my objectives, like, oh, bugger. I don't really want that right now.
Cool. Uphill battle. Happy days.
And like I say, clutch, because if you hadn't, if you'd have knocked him off, I'd have been done. I wouldn't have scored it, at least this time round. I also have positive foreboding for 1, which is I hold more objectives than you, and one of them is within 2 hexes of no one's territory. But that's it. I don't score the last one. Interestingly, I added a card after watching Aaron's game. I added a card, and this is the card I added, and now I don't know whether I want to keep it or not.
Thanks, Aaron.
I'm going to get rid of it. It's Invigorated Dead. It's an end phase 1 glory card, but I score it just by having a number of people inspired that matches the round.
That might become significantly easier as the game goes on.
It's going to happen much more, in a little while. So I'm going to put the Warden's Command on the Sepulchral Warden, which is I can give him, if I give him a charge counter, I can raise 2 of my guys instead of 1. And I'm going to also put the Helping Hand, I'll put on Prince of Dust, and that's an action upgrade, and when they use it they can basically flip 2 objectives over. So that's me done.
Cool.
I'm going to draw everything.
So I'm going to score Harker on Hurricane because I have 3 in your half. I do not score. I think I'm going to sack this card because I've got a feeling.
Is it like Have a Dead Fighter?
Not many of my fighters are going to die during this.
Possibly
so need for speed. I'm going to throw that away. I'm going to keep this card, and I'm going to put Moving Mark onto Traxia. Moving Mark gives 2 block to Traxia if she has a charge token. Move or charge token. And then I'm going to draw 2 and 5.
We're on to round 2. Should we show our cards off?
Yeah, sure.
So you're up to 5, Gloria. I missed a couple off there, sorry.
8 plays 5.
You're on after you.
Good stuff.
I'm sorry, I was looking at your cards. I don't know what any of them are.
Listen, the number of times Robin and I do that, we're just staring blindly at the other person's
So,
cards.
Pete, how are you going to hold things in a bloody fist?
Shall I roll?
Yes, please, after you. Oh,
Single and a double.
double.
I'm going to let you go first. You're already on all of your objectives. You're going to have to do something else.
Says you. Okay, I'm going to bring the Petitioner back. I'm going to use my first activation to bring old Zealousy back, so he does inspire because of that and becomes just as rubbish as before. I'll put him there, I think. So what's Griselle move? Like 5, doesn't
5.
she? And she's got a range 2 on her, hasn't she?
She has a follow-up attack. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put Frightening Speed onto the Warden, which gives him +2 move, and then over to you.
I'm going to put this down because may as well. I'm going to put down Unquenchable Fervour, which is the damage reduction.
All right, yep.
I'll
You never know.
leave that there.
You never know.
Pete might make an attack.
Stranger things have happened. And then I'm going to play Tread the Path, which is choose a friendly fighter, and the chosen fighter makes a move action. They can move X, which is the number of objectives held, which for me will be 2, and that'll be the Warden doing it, but he gets +2 move. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there.
Okay.
Trying to be a little bit less out in the open. I don't think there's really any way you can go in this kind of situation.
Especially not if I play Leaping Flourish, which
Nice.
gives me flying.
And does that go to the end of the round, that one?
It goes until I succeed an attack.
Okay.
I'm going to play Paean of Slaughter, which is re-roll a dice. Anything more from you?
Nothing for me.
I'm also going to put down Paragon of the Arena onto Griselle, which is choose your buff. Okay, so for my first,
Oh, here come the dice.
I'm going to leap over all your guys
Boing.
over here, and I'm going to...
Pulverise the Warden, I guess.
I mean, the question is, more dice or more damage?
I mean, 3 hammers is pretty nasty.
3 hammers, yeah.
And you've got...
I do have a follow-up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it.
Unfortunately, didn't get any of my additional protection-y things. But so, do you have Cleave or not?
I do not have Cleave.
See, I had one card in my deck. It has not come out, which is -1 damage reduction
Yeah.
to everything that's not a Cleave or a knockback attack.
Or a knockback. That's an odd one.
Yeah, it would
Interesting.
have been really handy here.
Yeah, it would have. I'm going to go 3 hammers. I'm going to use the reaction to give +1 damage.
So it'll be 3 damage with Grievous.
3 damage, and then Grievous 1 up to 4. And I have a reroll.
Poor old Warden. Poor old Warden.
1 hammer. 1 hammer. 1 hammer.
Come on, you beautiful little dice. If you roll a crit, I'll never roll you again. Oh, it don't
It's
count.
not got in.
No, it's a shield.
It was only one hammer, so that stops it.
You can push him.
I'm not going to.
I mean, your follow-up's a range 2, isn't it?
My follow-up is a range 2, but I think I'm just going to keep you there for support and stuff.
Yep. If you lose
So,
this game, it's because the dice have turned against you with
This
those
stays.
rolls. Yep.
That does not stay because it is in the next activation step, and the follow-up attack is after the attack action,
yes.
which is the same, I believe.
Can't do.
Is it in the does it say activation step?
Rolf Bridgewater says you can't do the follow-up if the
Yeah.
first one fails.
Yes, you can.
It's
The
not during the charge.
the previous. Oh,
No, you can.
it's this. I think is what's coming
Oh, I
up.
see. The leaping
That's-
flourish.
It's not something I've seen before.
Friendly fight. This effect. So friendly fighters cannot make attack actions other than during charge super actions. I see.
No, so you
So
can't
I can't use that.
No.
That's a bit. Yeah, it's a bit.
That is a little bit. I mean, like I say, the dice have told you to go F yourself. I think.
That's what I'm all about. it's what I'm here for.
Everybody's dice.
Yeah.
I have scored something as well.
Yeah.
Just to rub that.
Do
Just
it.
to really
salt in
rub that
wound.
salt in. I've held in a bloody fist, which is score immediately after your activation if one or more friendly fighters is holding an objective and one or more of them has wound counter. Well, there's a couple with wounds holding objectives out there. So there's Mr. Fool crawling out the ground and the harvester over
Yeah,
there.
both of them.
So that's one glory there.
Cool.
So I've got to draw another one. Robin, do you want to share that one off? You do have to sort of like deliberately
Yeah,
look
yeah,
away,
yeah.
look
'Cause
away.
Last time I was just sat directly watching your cards. It's obviously not helped.
And it's the power step says over to you if you've got anything.
No cards.
I'm going to put Unhallowed Aura onto the Prince of Dust over the back there,
Mm-hmm.
which means that whilst this fire is holding an objective, that objective is considered to have a value of 6. And then I will flip that over in the power step, which does stack him. And then I've got nothing else I want to do. Is it my second go? This is one of those situations where I'm like, I think I need to attack. Sriala's got 3 wounds, hasn't she?
She's got 2.
2.
Mhm.
Okay. In that case, I will attack her with the Warden. So he's got 2 hammers and 2 damage, single and double assists on this one.
I will just remind you of Unquenchable Fervor.
Is that if I miss, he doesn't
No.
damage to himself?
No.
Oh, no. Oh, that's the -2.
Damage reduction.
I'll do it anyway. I've
Yep.
got it at some point, I think. So I'll do that. A hammer and a double assist. So that's
Yeah,
2
cool.
successes. Did you show that, Robin?
No, sorry.
It looks something like this.
So you're on 3 Ala, yeah?
Yes.
So 3 Ala's 2
successes.
dodge. Nothing.
Oh.
1 success, but meh. And that's
Yes.
how much damage?
It's 2, but
Down
that
to-
reduces it, doesn't it, to
Yep.
nothing?
Down to 1.
Oh, down to 1, okay.
And that disappears.
Yeah. I will push it to there.
Yeah, of course.
Just in case. I would normally move the model, but obviously they're yours, so I'm not going to, whereas with Robin's and mine I would, but I also don't like touching these because they're so
They're a bit
goddamn
fragile, aren't
so
they?
spindly.
Yeah, I've broken 2 spears on Retaria. I've got a mod. I almost bought a new warband today because I've just broken her so many times.
I just need a spare.
Yeah,
It is
a spare
incredible.
couple.
It's the only problem with GW miniatures is they're so freaking spindly.
They are, but they're so... Retaria is so dynamic.
It is
I'm
fantastic
very okay
model.
with it.
A PSP.
Cool. I'm going to just go for a charge with Retaria. Just going to charge to here.
Oh, what
An
range?
attack.
Oh, she's going to
She's
have a go
got
at
a
him.
range 2.
Oh, poor
Who's
old,
this guy?
that one is poor old Zealous, who has already been dead once, so I didn't put a raise count
Okay.
on him. So there's not much different about him other than the fact that he gets like +1 move and +1 wound, +1 sword.
Maybe that is not the play. Who's this guy? The Rising.
That is the Rising Petitioner. He's already got 1 wound on him.
I think I might instead go here
Yep.
and attack this guy.
You are going to get an assist off that one as
I
well.
am.
So
That was the plan.
yeah. Oh,
And
well
you're
done.
on an objective, so it makes more sense because you're scoring
That is
a
true.
lot.
That is very true.
So 3 hammers, single assists.
There's a crit.
Hammer and a crit.
Cannot stop that, so you've killed him, and that's glory.
Okay, so Leaping Flourish goes because I succeeded in attack, but I will also score Lethal Spectacle because I took somebody out of action with a flourish.
Those lethal spectacles. Alright, power step. What you got?
Nout.
I'm going to play Restless Dead. I'm going to bring him back. I'm going to put him there. And I've scored. They keep coming. Scores immediately after you give a friendly fighter a raise counter, and one somebody else already has one.
Yeah.
So I did forget to give him a raise counter, but they both have one now, and I get a glory. So I pick up a new objective, Robin, if you want to shut them off.
There you go, yeah.
So still in your power step, aren't we?
Yes.
I'm going to flip this objective back over. So he's now staggered as well. And then, if you've got nothing else,
I do not.
over to me. So my third go. I'm going to use the Warden's action to move 2 people. I know I paused for a long time before I say that, but it's like I'm always trying to think of who I want to move first. I'm going to shove him onto there. I'm going to 1, 2. I've actually got nothing to do in the power step.
I am going to put Lacerating Blow onto Calexis.
Okay, the Silver Blair. No, nothing from me.
So I'm going to go for a charge.
Charge!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The Warden!
I'm going to attack your Warden.
Yeah.
So the first attack.
Not for much longer!
Alright, I've got 2 1-damage attacks lined up,
Oh, okay.
so you should probably be alright. So the first is 2 swords with accuracy shenanigans. I'll explain if they come off.
I know the action.
Whoa! Oh!
Double
That
sword!
never happens! 2 more dice?
2 more dice.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Whoa!
Oh. But two swords at
Two
least.
dice. What's important is she inspires off of
She
that.
does, yeah.
Which never happens without support.
And no success. So that's
Okay,
a damage.
so that is 1 damage. I'm going to inspire her now just so I don't forget.
Yep.
And for my follow-up attack,
For my next trick.
I'm also going to attack the Warden,
Yep.
which is 2 hammers,
Okay. No.
single supports.
Single support. Yeah, you got it. So, Warden's rolling shields. No!
So that is 1 damage.
All adds up. I score something.
I think I'm going to leave you there though.
Okay, I've scored all part of the plan. Scores immediately after an opponent's activation if the value of objectives your warband holds adds up to greater than the number of surviving fighters. Well, I've got 5, 4, and that one's currently a 6. Another card to show off, Robin. So, anything for you in the power step?
No, nothing from me. It's my third, so into your fourth.
More movement shenanigans is going to occur. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. That needs to follow him because that's how this game works. And then I power step pass.
Okay.
Oh, and I forgot the Warden is inspired now. Not that it makes a difference to any of his stats that matter.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to charge.
You're a bit like me. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm charging. Of course, that's what I'm doing.
I'm going to charge to here.
Ooh, going after poor old Rising
Reasons. Reasons.
Reasons. It's good enough.
So the first is 3 swords, single supports, 2 successes.
2 successes. How much damage?
1.
Oh, okay. Oh, nothing. I've got a lot of double supple.
1 damage.
1 damage, por favor.
You went first, didn't you? So this is where the risky business comes in. This is where the Arenai risky business comes in.
Risky business.
Do you attack or do you push? Is that
Do I attack or do I knock you off? You've probably got some push stuff anyway, and I don't need to inspire because I'm going to inspire going into the final round anyway.
Oh, because they always inspire.
Because they always inspire.
It's the elfy
So I'm
thing.
going to push you to here.
Going to push me to there. Okay.
I think that's the right thing to do.
We will find out in a moment.
We'll find out in a moment.
I must have forgot to flip my last token over. Power step then, have you got anything?
Nope, I've got no power cards.
I'm going to put the Watchful Eye onto the Harvester, and at the start of the end phase, before anybody scores objectives, I can add or subtract 1 to a minimum of 0 from the value of an objective. So he's on 1.
Yeah,
So at the beginning of the end phase, the beginning of the end, I'm going to reduce that to 0.
okay.
And then we go on to scoring.
We do.
So I've scored Lay Claim to All for 1 glory because I hold more objectives than you. I don't
You
think
do?
it's ever going to be in doubt. I score Written in the Skies because my warband holds an objective with a value of 0 or 6. I hold both a 0 and a 6.
so it's all.
Another one.
You've got
And I also score Eternal Legions because I have 3 or more fighters in your territory for another 2.
I knew we should have done this game when there wasn't a camera rolling.
So I scored 4 there at the end.
4 at the end. I scored 2. I scored Blood on the Sands and Exalt in Violence, which is not that great.
So I'm going to pick my last 3 objectives up and 5 power cards.
Okay. I will roll. Just a double.
Just a
You
double
need
this time.
pretty much anything.
Robin, you got 1 job. 2 doubles.
2 doubles, that's good enough.
Close.
Although you've won both of them.
This is true.
Yeah, it's because... Oh yeah, I need to pick up power cards, don't I? That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh yeah, before we do that, we'll just quickly roll off. Sorry, not roll off. We'll show cards off. I know how this game works. I'll show my cards off. Do 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 do. Over to you, sir. To show your cards off. Oh, that's why. Right, at the Unhallowed Aura breaks at the start of a round, so the Prince of Dust's card, he's no longer holding objective 6, basically.
Okay.
It goes back to what it was. So I am going to have to go first, and I am going to have to move the Warden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then into the power step.
Interesting.
I'm going to play a Pact Sealed in Blood. I choose a friendly fighter that is holding an objective and I deal 1 damage to them. I will pick the champion because he's not taken... Actually, I'll pick the prince because he's right up the back of the board. After that fighter is dealt damage, if my warband holds 3 or more objectives, draw 3 power cards. And I do hold 3 objectives. So, Robin, you want to let me show these off? I know what this... Oh, I've got 2 cards left. I know what at least one of them is.
Yeah, I know what both of mine are as well.
And I really want one of them. That's the problem. I've not got any objectives left. I've got all my objectives in hand.
I'm going to play Daring Flourish.
Ooh.
+1 dice, -1 defence.
Okay, I'm going to play Undying onto the Warden, which gives him +1 wound, so he's up to 3 wounds remaining now.
Does that make him a large fighter?
It does make him a large fighter.
It does make him a large
now
fighter.
Just thought I'd put that out there.
That's a real... That is a... That's a thing, isn't it?
That is a
That's
thing.
a big thing. Do you know what? I'm gonna risk it for the full biscuit. I'm gonna put Fatal Flourish down as well.
Okay, I'm going to play Reversal of Fates, where I can pick an objective, pick a feature token within 2 hexes of a friendly fighter and flip it. So I'm going to flip that one back.
Cool.
So it gets flipped without
staggering.
getting staggered.
Okay.
And then back to you again.
I've got Nout.
I'm going to play Terrifying Screams. Choose choose an enemy fighter within 2 hexes of 1 or more friendly fighters and push them 1 hex. I'll push Griselda there.
Okay.
I don't think that keeps her away enough, but... And I score, off of the back of that, Devoted Offering.
What?
You play your 3rd or subsequent ploy in the same action phase.
Nice. For my activation,
The one's gonna die!
I'm gonna make a charge. With Traxia.
Oh,
It was always Traxia.
it was always
It's
Traxia.
always Traxia. To here, to the Warden. And I'm gonna make an attack.
I was so terrified of Griselle, I forgot that they're all bloody lethal.
Yes.
Right.
So it's 4 hammers,
Oh dear.
3 damage.
If you miss this, I'm running the Warden away again.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. Has he moved or has he just
Yes,
pushed?
he has moved, sorry.
okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it is a move. He did just do a move action.
That'll do it.
Double crit.
Double crit.
So does it have Grievous with double crit?
It's just 3 damage
Oh.
because of this stuff.
Mr. Warden is
So,
dead.
I'm
So
going
it's
to-
2 glory.
I'm going to react to that
Oh dear.
and score Gory Reward. And other stuff also happens.
Other things happen.
So that's 3 for the kill. And then I score...
Why is it 3 for the kill? Oh, Gory Reward, sorry.
Yeah, 2... one of them is spent.
Yeah. Up to 12.
I will score Grandstand because I succeeded with 2 flourishes.
Mm-hmm.
I will score Ritual Performance because it was precisely enough and a critical hit. So
Yeah.
that was 5 glory for that kill.
Suddenly it's 14-16 and I'm ready to go home.
This is how we want.
So I pick up my remaining 2 cards,
Juicy.
which I will show off now.
Yeah, Robin, show him off. I have scored
Chris,
something
yeah.
as well, though. I've scored Land of the Dead.
Okay.
My warband holds 2 or more objectives that add up to 6 or greater.
Cool, yeah.
That's another glory for me as well.
So what are we on now? 14?
14.
Cool.
In your power step as well, I'm also going to ditch Ancient Commander because that's a Warden-specific card.
Mm-hmm.
I will put that upgrade onto the champion. No vitals, -1 damage from attacks. I needed that with the Warden. My second go then, I'll charge with him. Go on.
Yeah! Second attack of the game!
Triala. She does have a wound.
She does have a
I could
wound.
possibly kill
You
her.
could do it.
Go on, my son. He does throw 3 swords as well, because he is inspired. Here comes Skelly, second attack of the game. I get a crit!
Nice! How much damage are you doing?
1.
1 damage.
Just the 1.
Any dodges will stop it.
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
dodge will do.
No!
Killed her!
Wow, that
I've
could
got
be
a glory! I've got a glory from killing someone! I'll put Stubborn Stance onto the champion, which means he cannot be pushed.
Cannot be pushed. I'm going to make a charge.
I am shocked! I am utterly shocked by this turn of events.
So,
Thingy the Ageist.
up to here.
Okay.
This is Calexis, the Silver Blade.
Oh, the symbol of
The
Blair.
Silver Blade.
Oh, yes, where's the Oh, there's the Ageist, isn't
Yes.
it? She doesn't like those old people.
Ah.
That's why she doesn't like Sepulchral Guard. Taking
If
up all
you
that
would,
real estate.
if you would like, before I forgot about Impetus, because this is the only card in my deck that involves Impetus.
Oh, okay.
So you could You can push her wherever you want.
1 hex.
It would have been before your turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't
One
have made a
hex.
difference.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have made a difference. I think. Oh, shut it there.
Cool. Oh, sorry.
See, he's trying to break my models now.
I'm playing Breakneck Slaughter.
Yeah.
I used Impetus once on Saturday.
Yep.
I put this card in last week. I'm going to charge to here.
Okay, so this is on the champion.
This is on the champion.
So the champion only rolls dodge, but he does have 3 wounds, and it's -1 damage unless you've got cleave or knockback.
Okay, that's fine. I can live
I
with
don't know
that.
if you have either of those.
I do not.
Okay.
3 swords.
Here we go. There's a crit and a sword. Can't stop it.
I'm going to roll 2 more just for fun.
Just because you can. Screw
Yeah.
it. It's another one.
So that's 2 damage.
So reduced by 1 because of no vitals.
Fine.
So 1 damage, and he can't be driven back.
Okay, I'm going to attack you again though.
Very rude.
Which
your
is
face.
2 hammers.
Come on, dice. Nothing. How much damage?
1.
So 1 damage again. Okay. I'm not dead yet.
So that was my second. I've got no more cards.
Right, my third go then. I might as well hit you back with the champion.
Yeah, go for it.
He's just 2 hammers and 2 damage. He has cleave, but I think you're on dodges anyway.
I am.
Oh, I'm nothing.
Who's wounded, Pete? I see.
Who's wounded? Who's on first? What's on second?
Everyone.
Everybody's wounded.
Everyone's wounded. Everyone's got wounds. And everyone's like 1 wound away from dead.
Yeah.
So any one of them only needs 1 wound and they drop. So if you've got Shard Gale, I'm fucked.
Okay, so I'm going to charge
It's your third go?
for my third. I've got no cards to play, obviously.
No, same it.
Charge to here. Attack
Poor old
this fella.
Zealous Petitioner, Mr. Dramatic Pose.
And for probably odd reasons, I'm going to give +1 damage.
Gonna wear my pants on my head.
Because why not?
Well, yeah, when you can get the +1 dice, but I guess there's a reason why you want.
There's reasons.
There's reasons. There's always reasons when people do strange things. There's a crit.
Okay, meh.
So I need a crit. No.
Okay, that's a dead.
That's a dead and a glory for you.
And the follow-up attack.
This is the bit that does me in these follow-up attacks.
I will go for Le Champignon.
Oh, les champignons.
And I would be rolling 2 swords with single supports.
Okay.
Single support
Single support.
with ensnare.
So I need a crit basically. Oh, it's another glory and another dead fighter.
What are we on now? 16-18.
16-18. I'm going to just pick a card. Not sure that matters.
I'm going
that was my last
to
turn.
put Piercing Strike onto Retaria, which is a follow-up attack.
Yep.
So I have
You're charging
two attacks. I will have to charge, yes. I'm going to charge the Harvester.
It's fallen into my
1, 2,
Run into
3,
the salad bar.
4.
There's lettuce everywhere.
And I'm going to take 2 attack. Well, 1 attack first
Yep.
with 3 hammers.
Oh, it's a crit. And ammo.
Oh,
That's done him.
that's really annoying, actually.
Well, in that case, ho ho ho. You
Okay,
get a glory for that at least.
I do get a glory. No, I didn't want to miss. I wanted all to be successes.
Roll too many dice.
Rolled too many dice.
Just
Yeah,
roll
that's
2.
why I wasn't adding dice to Grizel.
Yeah, I see. I'm going to play Slinking in there. Choose for any fighter and push them 1 hex or 2 hexes if they get onto an objective. End phase then.
So you went first, didn't you?
I've only got 1 objective to score. It is retake what is ours. Score in the end phase if your warband holds 3 or more objectives and one of those is in no one's, well, at least one of those is in no one's territory. 21.
None of them are in no one's territory.
No, or enemy's territory.
Okay.
Enemies
okay.
or no one's
Cool.
territory. Sorry. Everyone's going, Pete.
So, I don't score Faultless Display. I do score Eager for the Fight because all of mine are charged.
Yep.
That's the thing that made it easy for
Shouldn't
me.
have killed that woman.
You shouldn't have killed her. And I also score In Praise of Cain. So that's a total of 5.
22 to 21. If I hadn't have attacked her, if I hadn't attacked her, you would have scored. You wouldn't have scored the 3, and I would have got 1 for the kill. Maybe.
I probably would have. I would have been able to score both of them because one is everyone with a charge or within 2 hexes. I could have probably made that
You
work.
could have done that one. What about the Praise of Cain?
I made too many kills, didn't I? I would have been able to make it. And in Praise of Cain, she was already wounded,
Everybody,
so I could
yeah.
have charged everyone else.
Charge everyone else.
Yeah.
everybody thinks that's a good game.
I hope everyone enjoyed.
22-21. How did you see that? Like, never.
Good game,
Well
sir.
played.
Good game. If I'd have kept that other card, the inspired fighter, I'd have scored another glory, and then I'd stand on more objectives.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a tricky one. I mean, I feel like you should have won by a lot more because I don't feel like the dice were doing you any.
My dice were fine. Yeah, my dice were fine.
The stats, apart from missing with Grissel,
Yeah,
I think he did pretty well.
that was the only one that felt bad.
The one against the Warden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where I felt it was a bit more clutch because then my Warden was alive for another round. If I hadn't, the other thing I shouldn't have done is put the +1 wound on him because he was dead anyway. Yeah. I should have just.
If you charge the.
I forgot about the +1 wound when they're 5 wounds, and if I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have scored that other objective. So I gave you 2 extra glory by doing that. It is what it is, and I had so many fighters on objectives already. I should have probably just charged with the Warden, to be honest, and just tried to kill somebody because Anyway, lessons learned. Fantastic game.
Yeah, that was great fun.
10 crits wins.
I mean, that's probably average for the number of dice you rolled.
Fair, he rolled an awful lot more dice than the 2.
I'd love to know how many dice, what the dice actually.
If someone's watching this still and they happen to just add up the number of dice that were rolled.
If you roll enough dice, you will get crits.
Exactly.
That's my whole ethos with this deck. And roll as many dice as possible.
I think I score glory, Martin.
And I think I probably got more crits than.
Zoltan's shared the game already in the London Underworlds group.
Well, thank you everybody for watching that. And if they've got any questions there you want to answer, do give them a shout. I'm still tempted to take this one back to a tournament or two because I still think it's got some legs on it.
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Mr. Crawley out of the ground.
You're going to score between 15 and 22, 20, like every game.
Yeah, and I generally.
It's up to your opponent to stop that or score more, which is quite hard to do, even with 10 crits.
Exactly, yeah. And I think that we both have, I think a lot of people are in this position, but these 2 decks especially, you've got your game to play. You're doing what you're doing. It doesn't mostly matter what your opponent's doing. You've just got to stick to your game. And same for me. I've just got to keep putting bodies onto objectives. And it's one of the things that at the start I always sit and think, crap, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get over the back there? But I think I was over there before the end of round 1. And he just
it was basically activation 2 you were there.
Yeah.
And I'm impressed that you managed to get all.
Yeah, that sort of fell into my lap a little bit. That was more luck than.
Because if you kill people, I bring them back.
You bring them back and they're not wounded.
And they're not wounded.
So I get a glory, but I stuff up other things.
Exactly. If you'd have killed like the Harvester or the Champion earlier, I would have brought them back. They would have been inspired.
I was very aware of how horrible they can be inspired. So the biggest moment in that game for me was when you put a damage on the Prince of Dust.
Oh,
you did that yourself, didn't you?
You did it yourself.
He must have taken 2 because he had 2 wounds in the end, so he must have already had one. Because I did the one where I had to draw. I could enable me to draw 3 cards, and I had to wound someone, and I wounded him. But he must have already had a wound on him.
Okay.
Because I put 2 on there because I remember saying that they were all like 1 wound.
You didn't put it on the
champion.
The champion.
Or something. Yeah.
But he was the only one that I could left that I could charge. Maybe I got that wrong. My memory's not that great.
Really good game, guys. It was a really good game. I was very excited to watch from over here and not be.
I think even
I haven't got your heads on.
I think even knowing what your opponent's playstyle is, we'd both be playing our own game there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you'd have won. Would you have longboarded or anything like that?
No, absolutely not.
Because that was the thing I was debating on before we started tonight. I was like, if I longboard you, I could have put the objective such that you possibly would have only ended up with 2 in your half. But actually, I don't mind there being 3 objectives in my opponent's half because
you've got the mobility to get there,
which is something you wouldn't think you'd ever hear said about the sepulchral guard.
Because they can move so much so often.
Yeah.
Not so much, but because they can move so often.
Because you can move 2 fighters. I mean, I didn't get till later on until he eventually died. The card which enables you to move 3 people instead of 2. If I get that out early in the game, that's just fantastic for me.
Ploy that means you can move 3.
Yeah, +1 move. So if you've got inspired fight, then they move 4.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's just normal stats. Yeah.
It's crazy. But at the same time, I had that terror that it was like wherever anybody was standing, I was chargeable by somebody. I mean, even at the start of the game, and you've got starting a hex there, and I had my warden here, and I had to keep somebody here. Because it was like, without that, you could have just gone 1, 2... Sorry. You could have just gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you could already be attacking. And in fact, if you had a range 2 fighter, you could have attacked from 1 away anyway. Yeah. So I was like, my reliance was the fact that because there were 2 bodies around this sort of area, you would have been probably attacking with me getting a support at least, or one or two.
John says he expected nothing less, Harry. And Rob Bridgewater says it's time for a best of 3. You better get rolling.
Yeah. I definitely think that we're going to have to play another match at our next club night.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I'd love to continue the best of 3, and I'll keep this deck as is, because I think this is my final form.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll get Mistress of the Bladestorm in my opening hand, like
That would
like
cause
I really
me
needed.
a lot more consternation if that were the case. I mean, I had the 5 glory one in my hand at the start. I was like, crap, am I going to score this in the first round? But I just thought, oh, actually, I could just flip all the objectives. But then you missed. I think that was the clutch thing for me.
Yes,
you missed an attack on the harvester.
You said that was really important.
Yeah. And that scored me 5 glory.
5 glory down the trade drain.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have scored it the next round. I would have had less surge cards, and so yeah, exactly. And I would have possibly been tempted to get rid of it at that point. I mean, like, do I want to keep all of this for a whole nother round?
Especially violent.
Exactly.
So violent, Harry.
Very violent, Harry. Oh, very, very violent.
I think one of the other things is that I've never ended a game with 4 fighters left.
Yeah. You're like, I don't understand. How are
It
you?
was pretty close to being 5.
Yeah.
Finally killed that fighter. Could have made all the difference. No, it wouldn't have. But
Yeah, there's one card that I had debated for ages in my mind, which is Need for Speed, because
For
the
the dice
Arenai have a version of it, but it's only charging
yeah,
or within 1, so it's maybe sometimes slightly better, maybe sometimes slightly worse, and it would have been easier to score in this matchup with 5 fighters because you would have ran up and been around me.
yes,
But this is one of the few cards that I can score if I get longboarded and someone sat at the back.
yes, because you can just keep running.
I can't actually, but it's close.
But I mean, even when you're longboarded, generally all your fighters are in the first half of the board. So
Yeah, I'm only playing this one.
exactly. And when when you're up against a sepulchral guard, there's always going to be bodies.
Yes.
I mean, I could have probably.
But that's more of a tournament decision. I was thinking if I'm too far away, I can score by moving.
Yeah, if I'd have longboarded you, probably would have looked like that.
Yeah. As an Arenai player, if you can't get 4 charges off, you're in a bad spot.
I think you still would, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So even these 2 fights here could get to here, and most of my fights are going to run towards your side anyway.
But that one isn't going to take 4 attacks.
No, that is true. But I am going to keep bringing fights back. So
Yeah.
I'm going to keep giving you targets.
That's true. Every
And-
time you kill one, if he's going to bring it back, it's going to go back there.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's true.
the other thing is that my warden would have stayed here. So if you wanted to come down after my warden, you wouldn't have got an attack until round 2. And you would then be ignoring all of my fights, just swarming across the board, so that then makes things harder. I do sometimes wonder about just making a wall of bodies, but then you could have used that flying one to just jump across.
Yeah.
We have once again completely, I wouldn't say forgotten, because we might have opted not to, but there's one rule we still didn't use in this game.
Oh, your glasses have got the little ring, the rings in them.
There's one rule we still didn't do in this game, which actually properly stuffs up Sepulchral Guard. Yeah, one thing we didn't do. What happens when you kill someone?
You can put a thing down.
You can put and if you kill somebody standing on a
Can you put
starting
it-
hex.
Oh, on a starting
On a
hex.
sta- if I'm on, yeah, it's just an empty hex. So you could kill someone, put it on there, and then if I haven't moved anyone else, I can't then bring them back. It's like I don't have a starting hex to put them on.
Are you allowed?
Yeah, you just can't put them on hazard hexes and things like that.
Yeah, and if it's blocked, then it's blocked.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I know
This
that
is
for the best of
exactly.
3.
I mean, that's totally not a
Always
thing.
forget to- Always forget.
Yeah, I've not played a game yet, apart from maybe one that we played against each other, where we actually needed to have those hexes on the
If you're
board.
playing Daring Delvers, then you really need to do it.
Or if you need reactions to
Yeah.
do reactions, I think that follows that because it's a reaction.
And if you use some of the cards from the Foot of Frost, because there are some cards in there which need the
3 together.
no, not 3 together. But you need to have 2 blocked hexes on the board. Is one of them, and another one is when
Force
it
of Frost, sorry,
yeah.
Fearsome Fortress.
Fearsome Fortress.
Fearsome
What's that?
Fortress.
All the Fs. So I don't know if any other questions have popped up at all for either of
No,
us.
just no other questions.
No, just no. Fantastic game, Harry, and I
It
can
was,
see why
I think,
you
the best game of Underworlds I've seen.
won the tournament.
Ah, thank you.
One of the
And
best
thank
games
you.
I've played, even though I lost. It's still one of the best games I've played.
The Arenai brings that out of everyone. They're just great.
Yeah, that game we played wasn't as close as that, but I still scored a lot of glory. You just scored more, but it was a great game. That was against my Green Watch.
There we go. We'll be live again in a couple of weeks. It might just be Rob and I again, or we're gathering a small following of people in the local area who might want to come along and play. Yeah. So maybe Rob and I will just commentate a game. But the only problem with that is that we got contact from just over there, so we're about 1.5 meters away. It's very hard to go, oh, I wonder if he's realised that Rob's going to do so and so next, and then they're going, oh yeah. So yeah, we'll be back again soon in the Underworlds. Thank you, Harry, for joining us.
More than welcome. Thanks for having me.
Religiously polishing your trophy every day.
It's not far off.
A bit of a double entendre.
Yeah,
polishing the
we
trophy.
won't go there. We won't go there.
But let's leave that one
It was
alone.
almost a single entendre.
There's almost nothing to misconstrue on that one. Yeah, hopefully we'll get you back on the channel soon, and looking forward to seeing what you're going to bring out next to pulverise everybody with.
Yeah, we'll see.
Right, well, we're going to say goodnight now before it gets any worse. So, Robert, do you know what to do now to set it up?
No, I don't. You can press these buttons.
Should we just walk out?
Yeah. So we'll see you soon. We're going to wave. And Robert's going to then go, where's the credits?
Wait.